They went from ill to that's my man.
The woman I couldn't stand became my best friend.
Welcome to the next episode of the 90s Edit. I am Elisa, a DMV area wedding photographer and filmmaker, and this is a series where I take some of my favorite characters from the 90s and imagine or reimagine what their wedding would look like in 2026, 2027. This episode is, honestly, it's a two-parter because I got so many ideas just going back and watching some of the episodes, but this is Dwayne and Whitley's episode from A Different World. If you know, you know, this is the baby please wedding situation.
Baby, please! Please!
I do!
And honestly, I wouldn't change their wedding in any way, shape, or form. It's too memorable. It was too good. So I'm going to say I'm using them as inspiration for future weddings. Theirs was too good. This episode is inspired by Dwayne and Whitley's honeymoon. They ended up honeymooning in LA amidst all the riots and all that. And I do think that there are elements of their big day that could translate into a really fierce, really trendy, really nicely captured elopement situation. We all know Whitley had her convertible. I don't know if it was a Cadillac or a Thunderbird. I'm not a car person. I do know that it was pink. And I do think that if it was a big part of her personality, it's something that you automatically connected with Whitley. I do think that it's something that could be really nicely incorporated into an elopement or an engagement session. I still think that it would have a sleek LA feel, but there would be a hint of Whitley's pedigree involved in these images as well. We would see the colors pink or blush, something that Dwayne would feel comfortable rocking as well. A nice black. I think black is edgy. Dwayne is cool. He is not only on trend, he was oftentimes ahead of the trends. I think the incorporation of gold just speaks to Whitley's personality, and a bit of white. Whitney is a little bit too traditional to avoid white, but again, it would not be in excess because I'm trying really hard to not use white in this series. Like I said, they would do the vintage car trend. They would use Whitley's car, but I also think they would have like the sunglasses and the newspapers that said we just eloped or we're getting married if it's being used as an engagement session. It would feel almost like an on the run. It would have like an on the run theme. We would see sunglasses. Another thing that I think they would have hints to their personality. So like I said, Whitley is such a Southern belle. I don't think she would let the fancy church hat, quote unquote, not be incorporated, but it would look good. It would look like it's supposed to be there. It wouldn't be like, girl, what you doing? You're not doing, like, what is this? It would look intentional. It would look really, really good. And I don't think Dwayne would let the sneakers go if he were the groom in this situation. He would find a way to make it look like we've seen sneakers done in wedding photos, but then we've seen them done right. And I think Dwayne would do it right. I think it would be a sunset shoot so that you could see obviously them well lit in the daytime, but those nighttime photos, nighttime photos give such an edge, and they can be classy because I know, like I said, Whitley wants a hint of class as well. If they do the sunset photos, I think it will speak to Whitley's personality, but if they transition into those evening photos, we'll see a lot more fun and the playfulness that we see oftentimes with Dwayne. So you'll get the champagne popping, that direct light, all of that. This one doesn't come with a lot just because it's an elopement, so we're not going to talk venue or anything like that, but we are going to talk about it in the next episode because, like I said before, this is a two-parter. Honestly, I feel like this is a trend that's been around for a little bit, and I don't see it going anywhere because it's such a good classic look, but I'm really excited for you guys to check out the next episode. So let me know your thoughts. Here's the mood board. What other couples do you think I should do? Check out the next episode to see my other ideas inspired by Dwayne and Whitley. All right, guys, catch you in the next episode.